you plant. The next season, the germination rate is very low.
In communities facing unpredictable weather and rising costs, farmers are returning to ancestral agricultural practices they believe are better suited for local weather conditions and sustainable food security.
There was nobody who was bringing the knowledge of indigenous seeds. As per now, we are lucky enough that we have the knowledge. Our seeds, we plant first season and second season. As per now, the seeds which are existing, some of them, most of them are adulterated. When you bring them, you plant. The next season, the germination rate is very low. Whereas ours, when we plant, you can see the germination rate is just very normal. They are of a high yielding. They are drought tolerant. They are pest and disease resistant. They are short maturity seeds, the ones we are having as farmers.
At a farmer-managed seed system caravan organized by Oxfam at Akelo Hotel in Soroti, farmers emphasized that local seeds, shaped by centuries of ecological niches, naturally resist pests, diseases and drought without costly chemicals.
Much as we call it informal, but this is a system that existed years back, and it used to help so much. We had no issues of food insecurity, difficulty to access seed, but because of a few changes that came, of course, because of issues of modernization and some other challenges of climate change and so on, and this seed got extincted.
Lawrence Kanakulia, the program officer at the Participatory Ecological Land Use Management Association, supports this initiative, saying farmers are custodians of biodiversity whose knowledge must be respected.
We need to unlock the full potential of the farmer-managed seed systems. It is a system that is controlled by the farmers themselves. Because of its sustainability, they select, they plant, they save, and they preserve. We are losing a lot of seeds. We need to support and prioritize the farmer-led breeding, selection and multiplication.
This debate intensifies nationally and internationally, especially in developing countries. While governments and some NGOs promote improved seed varieties to combat food insecurity, groups like Oxfam advocate for agroecological approaches that prioritize local knowledge, resources and biodiversity.
We encourage farmers to use indigenous seeds, varieties, of course highlighting the importances that are attributed to these seed varieties. There is need to scale up these projects. So that's why we called upon donors, government supporters to make sure that even other districts where such projects have not reached are able to reach, and farmers get to know about such approaches.
Despite efforts to revive local seeds, farmers face pressure to adopt hybrids promoted by government bodies like the National Agricultural Research Organization, which maintains that hybrids boost yields and productivity.
We know nowadays we have issues to do with the climate change. So if we do not have the diversity in our genetics, then you realize that our crops, our plants that we plant will always be succumbing to a number of calamities, say pests and diseases, and then things to do with drought. Apparently, yes, there is some research that is going on GMOs. For us as research, we are waiting up to that time, probably when Parliament passes out a policy that upholds the use of GMOs in the country. But as we speak right now, we don't have GMOs in use and in Uganda.
As support for local seeds grows, many Ugandan farmers envision a bright future in balancing local and hybrid seeds, a quick adaptation to today's challenges, while honoring their heritage. The farmers are urging the central government, research institutions and partners to invest in community seed banks, protect farmers' rights to save and exchange seeds, and integrate traditional knowledge into agricultural services.